First, in my prayers, Earth, Gaia, great she-god, primeval prophetess, and eldest diviner. Then after her mother came Earth's she-child, Themis, who handed it on to the Titaness Phoebe, who bestowed it in turn on Apollo as birth gift. Leaving rocks and bog on the island of Delos, Apollo made landfall on Attica's shoreline, where Pallas has harbors bristling with ships' masts, and then pushed on upwards as far as Parnassus, escorted by offspring of Hephaestus, the smith god, who laid roads for Apollo to lead him to Delphi. Those Athenians made the whole wilderness docile. When Apollo arrived, the people in Delphos of Delphi, state pilot and steersman, greeted the young god with all welcome and worship. Zeus gave Apollo divine inspiration, made him fourth prophet here, and here he still is. Apollo's the mouth of Zeus, the high he-god. These prophet gods take first place in my prelude. Now on the shrine stool, inspired and prophetic, I hope that my powers are as strong or are stronger. Any Greeks here, come forward, draw lots and enter. I'll give you the answers the god sends in trances. Terrible things to clap mortal eyes on have made me bolt out of the house of Apollo. Sapped of all strength, my feet can't support me. I scrabble on all fours, my legs have gone liquid. A scared old woman crawling, worse than a baby. Entering the innermost shrine with its garlands, I set eyes on a man at the shrine's central stone. An abomination to gods in the suppliant seats. His hands dripped blood. He had his drawn sword out. He held an olive branch tipped with white bull tongues. In front of this person, a strange group of she-hands, sighing and snorting, asleep on the throne stools. Not women really, but more like the Gorgons. I call them Gorgons, but they weren't that exactly. I once saw a picture of Harpiae, graspers, unflaggingly swooping on Phineus' persuasion, keeping the blind king in perpetual tension, filched his food off him or left it beshitten, splattered their back bowls over his platters and kept him terror-stricken and starving. These were black, like Harpiae bats. They were wingless. The snorts from their nostrils would keep you a mile off. Their eye sockets glued with thickening ooze clots. Their grave garbs all wrong for the statues of godheads, nor would it seem right in the houses of mortals. Don't know what brute clan this brood belongs to, what region would want to boast that it bred them, and didn't wish now that their births had aborted. What happens now depends on the master of Delphi, Loxias Apollo, sign reader, all-powerful, healer. He purifies others' homes, let him cleanse his.
No, I'll never desert you. I'll guard you forever, either close by you or if not at a distance. Towards all your enemies like these pursuers, I'll never show mildness, not ever mellow. I put them to sleep, these creatures men spit on, blood-fattening bat-hags, shriveled, but virgin, crone kinder, no kind caresses, covers or couples. Who'd top these terrors? No god, man, nor brute beast. They're born to brew bale, they're evil forever. Their abode's the bottomless void, black abyss. Abominations, both to men and Olympian he-gods. But still you must run. Don't flag and don't slacken. They'll hound you through the whole length of the landmass, tracking you over the well-beaten foot routes, then across seas, through cities lapped by the ocean. Don't surrender. Don't let your step falter by brooding on all the pain that you'll suffer. When you come to the city of Pallas Athena, sit down in safety embracing her image. There we'll find judges and words of appeasement and means to release you from this burden forever. I moved you. I, to murder your mother.
Lord Apollo, you know about justice none better, and since you know, don't forget how to use it. Apollo's potency goes without question.
Remember that then, don't give way to panic. And Hermes, my brother, kin through one father, and what bloodkin exists any closer than that? Watch over Orestes, be Hermes' escorter, shepherd my suppliant, guide him to Athens. Zeus ever respects the rights of the outlaws.
You're supposed to be Furies, and I find you sleeping. When Furies are sleeping, they're no longer Furies. Dishonored, defamed by the dead that I dwell with, I walk underground through a gauntlet of ghost cries, cat calls that brand my phantom with blood guilt. Slaughtered though I was by the hand of my child, not one spirit incensed at the sore fate I've suffered. Look here at my heart with hack marks all over. Remember, too, all those midnight libations. Not wine bowls, but liquor much better and thicker, poured at the hour when there's only you stirring, while mortals are sleeping, gods in God's spaces. But you tremble and spurn, for my strength-drift libations is giving you the slip, the quarry you're hunting, like a nimble deer clearing the spread of your net mesh, belling his beast haunch as he bounds off for freedom. My son! It's for my afterlife that I'm pleading! Wake up, she-gods of heavenly spaces! The Clitemnestra you're dreaming holds you from sleep! Get him! Get him! Oh, make no cow noises! Your quarry's escaped! He's lucky in his friends, at least they aren't Furies! Get him! Get him! Dreaming of hunting like dogs, but not doing! Baying like bloodhounds that track in their slumbers! Dreaming, not doing! Get up and get going! Sleep only blunts your rage of my blood bomb. My blood grudge pushes you back into action. Blood grudge is a gold to upholders of blood fight. Let your breath billow round him, its gore-reeking gases. Shrivel his flesh with hot blasts from your bowels, fast fire through your blues till he flops like a fruit rind. Hound him and hunt him till he turns like a street bird! Get him! All for nothing! Pointless pursuit, running till we drop. A little snack. All for nothing. The blood-guilty brute still wide awake. Leap out of our trot.
Apollo, Apollo, thief of a he-god. We she-gods have the ancientest right that you, a young he-god, ride over roughshod. Strutting young upstart, we spit on such slights. You can't for this doublet you hide, and he's a mother-killing son. A god condoning matricide. Who's he writing what you've done?
Blood scald my gut, like a goad in a racehorse.
Melt on my flesh like the flail of a flogger.
Sharp, vicious, whistling, like pliable ice. They do things like that, the new era he-gods.
Yet they weigh only by forcing the feeble.
Look at his throne stool, sticky with blood spill?
His navel-stone's only a blood-sodden hackler. Prophet Apollo pollutes his own godstone.
Of his own accord gets his stone caked with blood clots.
He's preached all a god wants to bolster a mortal, poaching the preserves of sheep-hate and life lost. That abomination Apollo's protecting Orestes.
Has he crawled into the ground?
Let him.
Wherever he is, the Furies will get him.
He brings his blood guilt. Next in the chains, the blood-grudge fulfiller who beats in his brain.
Get out! Get out! Out you go! Out you go! Leave the prophet's earth cleft free of pollution. On a serpent with wings on and venomous fang bane, shot from gold bowstrings will go through your black bag. You spew up black slaver of gobbled up gore swill, gore clot your crone's gulls. Sucked out of corpses, not a finger of yours should be foul, my own heart vein. You belong where heads go snap of the hat block, eyes get gouged out and lump from their sockets where blood writes castration, boys born battered, men spitted on stake spikes screaming for mercy. You are back now, so snorting. It's society's blood troughs. It's the food you get fat on. Makes you hated by he-gods. All your appearance says blood food and filth baths. You hacks should live in the beast-eating jungles, dark lairs, all lardy with shit and bristle. Not here, contagious to all you come close to. Get out! Out you go! You goats with no goat herd!
Thank you, Apollo. Now may we reply? Apollo, how can you pose as a simple abettor when you and you only bear all the blood guilt?
How? At least explain that charge, but then you must go.
He killed his mother because you said so.
To avenge his dead father as any son should.
You harbored him here with his hands red with blood.
I told him to come here to be purged of blood stain.
And we drove him here to get abuse for our pain.
You're not fit to set foot here, such hacks as you.
Is it only the work that we're destined to do?
And what special mission have you ever had?
The mission of driving matricide mad.
And if it's her manlord a woman has killed...
That wouldn't be Bloodkin's blood that's been spilled.
So you'd scorn bond right, the man-woman's bed bond. Hera high she-god and Zeus the high he-god, they even swore vows and were coupled in bond right. So you dishonor and cast on the midden the she-god of love, Aphrodite of Cyprus, she with whose help men form bonds of the closest. That bed bond is sanctified by the she-gods of life lot, and needs no other oath of the guardian's justice. So if one murders her mate in the bed bond, and you slacken your rigid rule against slaughter, then it's unjust, your pursuit of Orestes. One crime you come down on, the other pass over. Athena must judge between blood right and bond right.
He'll never escape. I'll go on pursuing.
Do by all means, it's your own veil you'll be brewing.
You can't belittle our rights for all your abuse.
I wouldn't take them for nothing, even from Zeus.
Yes, we've heard you well in with the throne.
But with shed mother blood blazing the trail, I'll keep on pursuing till the end of the hunt.
You do your duties, I'll do my own, which is guarding my suppliant. If I fail, his rage will cause man and gods great affront.
Athena, high she-god. I was sent by Apollo. Look on me kindly, I'm cursed and an outcast. Though still a cursed outcast, there's no need of more cleansing. My blood guilt's been blunted enough by my contact with places and peoples who helped my purgation. All this was decreed by Apollo at Delphi. I've crossed land and sea to your house and your statue. Until the issue's decided, I stay beside you.
He's left a clear track behind him.
We don't need his cries, but only these blood clues.
Like hounds tracking down a deer that's been bleeding. We found between blood drips till our quarry's cornered.
This man's a killer. I pant with exhaustion.
We comb the whole land, the coastline, the ocean. Swift flotilla of furies.
Wingless sea eagle.
My nostrils say fear. He's cornered and cowering. The glad smell of gore smiles its warm welcome. Seek, seek, scour the ground. The mother killer's got to be found. Seek, seek, scour the ground. The mother killer's got to be found. Sniff at the trail. The blood's still wet. Don't let him flee. From paying his debt. He's there. And once again, look, begging protection. This time his arms are wound round a she-god. He won't pay his blood dues. He wants to stand trial.
What rubbish trials are when the blood sheds a mother's?
A mother's blood has run away. Into the earth it goes to stay. The blood that trickles on the ground. Not all the thread to be rewound. Trial? This is the trial your trackers intend. First up with libations from limbs while they're living.
Blood on your blood, all over your body.
Wrote you all bloodless. All your husk off below. A morsel of torment for your own mother's murder. Down there you'll see all those who've offended a god or a guest. Or the parents who got them. Get the blood doom their deeds have duly deserved. Hades' death god holds the size. Mother and peace when he dies. Death god Hades won't forget the deed of blood and of death. I've been through them all.
The thorns of purgation. Rites which use speech. Rites which use silence. Here my wise mentor says words are in order. The blood on my hand has already grown drowsy. It lowers its eyelids. The stains have stopped staring. It was washed off with pig blood by Phoebus Apollo. My hosts came to no harm by giving me housing, so the mouths unpolluted, that plead with Athena, god, queen of the country, to come to my rescue. She won't need her spear to make long-lasting allies of me and my country and the people of Argos. Whether she's now in the Libyan deserts or by Lake Tratonis, her Libyan birthplace, seated and skirted to receive men's obeisance, or booted for battle as brave as a he-god, siding with her friends on the Phlegrean flatlands. As a she-god, she'll hear me over great spaces. Come, Athena, come now to my rescue!
Neither the power of Apollo nor the power of Athena can save you from perishing spurned and abandoned. Even forgetting that joy had a meaning. Broached of blood, banqueted on. Flesh, pod, shadow. A shriveled up fruit rind, squeezed dry of its juices.
Won't answer. Spits what we say
Back in our faces.
Our little sacrifice, all ready for slicing.
No need of Godstone.
We'll eat you still living.
It'll swaddle you helpless.
Our lullaby.
Listen.
She show our force. Join hands. Dance the doomed steps.
Display
Through our grim music. That our band.
A power over
Men that gets its way.
our mission's blood right. We are not sent
Ever to harm the innocent.
Show us your hands.
If they're not red,
Use it soundly.
in your bed.
Show us your hands.
left, right. You live unhunted.
If they're white,
Show
us your hands.
there's one we know.
And are red.
And death shows women like like him, whose hands are bent. We are
the blood grudge of
the dead. Our band of witnesses pursues the Blood King killer. For blood feuds. Night, mother, night, for us to uphold blood rights.
Night, mother, night, for us to uphold blood rights. Little she can take away the right you gave us to obey. This cringing beast, this cowering whelp, erase us with that evil help.
Uphold for the of the height of our allotted magistrate side. Victim, listen, our song. The furious smile lullaby, music, maddening men's mind. Victim, listen, our song. Ink, and spray, and fly, and fruity, that true rhyme. The God of life God gave us these powers. Ours. Forever ours. Those who collect in my house, until I got them underground. Even dead, they don't go free. I torment them endlessly. Victim. Listen, our song. Furious virus lullaby, music, maddening men's mind. Victim. Listen, our song. It's fine and rain and dry and fruity, let's to rhyme. When we came into being, they were found out the confines. We and the Olympians have no internet contacts. Who's offered to either but not both together? We don't wear white robes. They don't wear black ones. Family strife, domestic pets. Born in the wild, I won't forget. When Bloodkin killed Bloodkin, that let the furies eat them. Into the household, he sent his hound. Blasting the building, back into the ground. After the victim, on his trail, fury never fail. He tries running. Oh, let him try. Never dry. He tries running. Quick, gore. Keep the fury public before. We'll snatch back our prey from this sheet of protection. There should be no question of such God interfering. On the issues by checking up sections. Suicide, he God finds murder's hateful. He bars that blood-dripping greed from his breathing. Family strife, domestic pets. Born in the wild, I won't forget. When Bloodkin killed Bloodkin, that let the furies eat in. Into the household he sent his hound, blasting the building back into the ground. After the victim, on his trail, furies that never fail. He tries running. Oh, let him try. He tries running. Red gore, keep the fury coming forward. The pond of the proud carriage and man is puffed up with a bump. Oh, there's nothing when he's dragged off. Below! He sees the drag flat where liquid dances. Hears the beat pounding. The pulse of the blood crunch. Down I dive. Run away, Mike. And board him with all my weight. Down I dive. I let him tread. Cracks the blood killer's head. of slumber or madness cloud round a victim.
The groans of old murders, victims of blood smoke
That billows all round and blacks out his household.
down, down, down I dive.
From a great height,
And fall on him with all my weight. Down, down, down I dive.
I let them tread. Cracks the blushing killer's head.
Down, down, down he goes. Precipitating studs. Slipping his blood in blood.
That's how it is.
And that's how it's saying.
We've got all the skills. We're getting accomplished.
Remember our murder.
We're never forgetful. We terrify mortals. We spit on their fleas.
We relish our ox.
Those spurned by the he-gods.
We're the sign. We're rejected.
The light we work by is nothing like sunshine.
Dark and near-sighted, our tracks are apparel to blind and sighted.
So showeth the man who can soften himself shaky when he hears me lay claim to my rights and my title,
Ratified by faith.
and never,
Never.
rescinded.
My honors are ancient and in no way diminished, though I work underground.
In the earth where it's sunless.
I heard far away someone crying Athena. I'm from the banks of the Trojans' commander, taking possession of my portion of the spear spoil, land won by the Achaeans and awarded to me, and offered by me to the children of Theseus. And summoned I sped here, the scales of my aegis, whipped by the winds as my feet raced me onward. I see a strange breeze here, new to my country. This breeze doesn't scare me, but causes me wonder. Who are you? You and you, all here assembled. The stranger prostrated before my own image, and you, like nothing engendered by means that are normal. Neither like the she-gods that consort with the he-gods, nor like the humans in shape and appearance. But since we've been made to share the same earth space, it's wrong to abuse you as monstrous and shapeless.
She-child of Zeus, we'll tell you all briefly. We are the children of night, and we're hatred.
Below ground where we live, we're known as the Grudges. So now I know your mother, and what to call you.
And soon you'll know also the work that we do.
I will, provided it's clear what you say.
Kin killers, we hunt them. They are our prey.
Where do you land him when you've netted your fish?
Well, all words for joy.
Sounds like gibberish. I hear sees the reason that you're in full cry.
He murdered his mother in cold blood, that's why.
Is he goaded or forced to, against his own will?
Forced! It was his mother this man dared to kill.
There are two parties present. I must hear them both.
He won't let us swear ours, nor swear his own oath.
It's not justice you want, but the mere outward show.
How? You're the she-god of wisdom. Be wise at his soul.
Sworn oaths for unfairly favor your cause.
You question him then. The decision is yours.
The decision is mine. You'll give me your trust.
Knowing your father, it seems that we must.
Stranger, now it's your turn to speak and make answer. Tell me your country, your bloodkin, what's happened. Then make reply to the charges they've leveled. Belief in your case brought you here to my godstone, clasping my image like the subject Zion. First man to kill, first cleansed of his killing. Answer my questions and answer them clearly.
Chief Athena, let me remove the misgivings implied in the last words you addressed me. Unlike Zion, I need no blood absolution. My undefiled hands cause no smirch to your image. And this is the proof I can give of my cleansing. The law is that one who's been guilty of bloodshed is debarred from all speech until sprinkled with pig's blood by one who's empowered to perform the purgation. Long since and elsewhere I was purged in that manner by sucklings with throats slit. Streams were their currents. So, dismiss your alarm at likely pollution. As for my bloodkin, that's also told quickly. I'm Argive, and when you ask me who is my father, I'm proud to reply that he was Agamemnon, commander of all Achaea's great ship force, with whose help you crushed Troy into nothing, one of those clan chiefs who won you your spear spoils. After Troy, he returned to a death most unworthy. My black-hearted mother, she killed my father. She swallowed him first in a devious dragnet. Its red eyes still stare at the blood in the backdrop. Coming home after exile, I killed my mother. I killed her because she killed my dear father. In all this, Apollo was my god accomplice. Apollo jabbed sharp spurs into my spirit and promised great pains if their guilt went unpunished. Just or unjust, you must give judgment. Whatever your verdict, I'll take it as binding.
A hard matter this to judge for a mortal, and even for me it's too hard to pass judgment when retributions run so close behind blood guilt. It's made all the harder since you've come to my godstone a suppliant cleansed by all rites and procedures. Still bloodstained, I'd have you barred from my city. But these two have a cause which must be considered. They have certain duties it's pointless dismissing, and if the verdict frustrates them of victory, they'll disgorge their grudge venom into the ground and blight all the land with eternal diseases. I let them stay or I drive them away, and either solution means hardship for Athens. That's the dilemma. My desperate decision. I'll swear in a tribunal to be judges of murder. A tribunal for this case, and all such forever. Gather your witnesses, gather your evidence, your sworn support in the cause of true justice. I'll pick and bring back the best men of Athens to judge the facts fairly, without any falsehood.
Destroyed by this new dispensation. If the wrong cause of this killer's allowed to succeed.
One murderer's freedom gives license to all.
Makes murder the norm, not merely the nightmare that gnaws at the sleep time of mothers and fathers.
They'll be wide awake now when the wounds get inflicted. We Furies were once mankind's sleepless watchdogs, inflicting transgressors with vehement madness.
Our anger and grudge have been put out to grass now, and all forms of death have the run of the world.
When he sees trouble looming over his neighbour, a man starts to wonder when his own turn will come.
And asks someone else how to stop the contagion, and he offers filters for safety. All futile.
And don't let someone smitten cry out the old cry on blood right or blood grudge or ask the death furies.
Some father, some mother, their pain new upon them might weep and might wail, with such piteous appeal.
Blood right, like Troy, is all rubble and ashes.
Fear's a good gate man to stand guard of the passions.
Those men and those cities where fear has no franchise will never show justice the slightest respect.
A life without rule,
A life of repression.
anarchy, you must respect neither.
Somewhere between where the god plants his banner, out of two forces he makes a new fusion.
Going beyond bounds, overstepping the limits, That comes about when the gods get degraded.
The mind that is balanced and keeps within confines gets the happiness men struggle and pray for.
Above all, respect the godstone of blood right.
Don't besmirch or befoul it with envious brute souls, just because loot looms in front of your golden lust.
Blemishing blood rights makes catastrophe, sir. Honor mother and father and welcome guest strangers.
And the man who does right without fierce compulsion, he's the one who won't find his life unlucky, or himself and his bloodkin blasted entirely.
But the man solves all and does what he wants to,
And caring for no one, heaps up his wealth soil.
and believes his snatched traits are sure to save boys.
Will be forced to strike sail when the storm waves start swelling.
Proud in his spar, all bolted to splinters.
He shouts as he feels himself tugged by the Tigris.
He shouts to deaf ears.
The gods laughed at him.
Him who boasted that this couldn't happen tells us aghast as he hurled at the headless
Sleeve on right streak the wreck of his lifelong.
and if lost,
And unwept for.
wiped out.
Forgotten. Of bronze to silence the people. Let the shrill battle horn the Etruscans invented change mortal breath into blares from its metal. This is a court now, and crowded with people. We must have strict silence and closest attention. So the laws I lay down can be learnt by the city, and these hear their case decided on merit. Now hear the laws I lay down, my Athenian people, brought together to try the first case of bloodshed. For the children of Aegeus, father of Theseus, this council of judges will sit here forever, on this hill of Ares, the Amazon's campsite, when they came to make war through their grudge against Theseus. They erected great turrets to overlook Athens, and sacrificed cattle to Ares, the war god. Hence the name Areopagus, rock hill of Ares. The people's reverence and the fear that they're born with will restrain them day and night from acts of injustice, as long as they don't foul their own laws with defilement. No one should piss in the well they draw drink from. Anarchy, tyranny, let both be avoided. Nor banish fear from your city entirely. A man without fear abides by no law forms. If you justly cherish this new institution, you'll have a bulwark known to no other human from Scythia down to the Peloponnesus. This established tribunal will be totally bribe-proof. The watchdog stays wakeful to let you sleep soundly. This long address I intend for you and the future. Lord Apollo, you are out of your precincts. Explain your presence here at this meeting.
I come as a witness. The man they're accusing came as a suppliant, and I gave him shelter. I also purged him of the blood he had shed. I'm an advocate too, as well as a witness. I share the blame for the death of his mother. Begin the proceedings that you preside over, and make use of your wisdom to help us to judgment.
The trial is now open. First, prosecution. Speak and put before us complete information.
We may be many, but on this we're united.
Answer the question each one of us asks you. You killed your mother! Say yes or no.
Yes, I can't deny it was so.
First call to us, we win with 2 more.
Don't crow too soon, I'm not on the floor.
Now how did you kill kill her. Justice, take no.
I drew my sword and gashed open her throat.
Who was it drove you to dare such an act?
Apollo, and Apollo will witness that fact. You took your mother as Apollo's behead. I did, and still think it's done to the best.
I doubt you still think so once pinned by your doom.
I have faith in my father's help from the tomb.
Your mother's among them, so don't trust the dead.
My mother, she had 2 guilts on her head.
Explain to the judges how you make 2.
Her husband, my father. That's 2 men she slew.
She paid for her death, you still have to pay.
When she was alive, did you make her your prey?
He wasn't her bloodkin, the man that she killed.
And you say that it's bloodkin, blood that I've spilled?
How could it not be? How else could the mother you murdered have fed you inside her body?
Dare you disown the blood bond that's closest?
Now, be my witness. Explain to the judges whether I killed my mother with justice. That I did the deed, there's no point denying. But done rightly or wrongly, Apollo decide and help me to state my case with the judges.
To you, the high tribunal sworn in by Athena, I, Apollo the prophet who can't utter falsehood, say that Orestes here acted with justice. Whenever I speak to man, woman, or city, from the oracle shrine throne I sit on at Delphi, it's always as mouthpiece of Zeus, the high he-god. So if I plead for justice, I speak for the Father, Zeus, the high he-god, whose will you must bend to. No oath has more power than the oath of the Father.
Some Zeus, you say, was behind your instruction that Orestes avenge the death of his father. Does Zeus disregard the rights of his mother?
It's not the same thing, the death of a man, though. A man also honored with Zeus-given chief, save a man, moreover, killed by a woman, and not by war weapons and Amazon's arrows, but in a manner you'll hear, you, Pallas Athena, and you sitting here to vote on this issue. The man came home after 10 years campaigning, and a fair judge would say that he gained himself glory. Came home from the wars to a womanly welcome. And as he was stepping up out of his bathrobe, she pitched her dark doom tent over his body. She hacked on her husband while he was helpless, fastened and feeble in the maze of its meshes. A fine death for a man, clan chief, commander. I show you the woman just as she was, to goad you to just grudge when weighing this issue.
So Zeus thinks the father's death more important?
Yes, Zeus was the one bound Kronos, his father.
Doesn't that act show a slight contradiction? Consider this fact when reaching your verdict.
Animals! Beast acts hated by he-gods. Chains, fetters, locks can all be unloosened. There are many means to burst bonds and shackles. But once a man's dead, and earth slaps his blood up, the blood brings away and never returns. The future reverse all other conditions. He's never come up with a charm against dying.
So then, supposing this man is acquitted,
Will a man who has shed the blood of his mother live in the house of his father at Argos?
who will want his hand grinding the gods' stone? What clan will want him at their ritual cleansing?
Answer that, and this answer decisive. The mother of what's called her offspring, no parents, but only the nurse to the seed that's implanted. The mounter, the male, the only true parent. She harbors the blood shoot unless some god blasts it. The womb of the woman, the convenient granted. I've got proof here at hand to back up my statement that the male can father with no help from the female. Here is the she-child of Zeus, the high he-god, who was nurtured in no womb, watery shadow. Such an offspring, no she-god could bear on her own. And I, Pallas, will do all that Apollo is able to make the most great your city, your people. I sent him a suppliant here to your godstone, so that you'd have him as a true friend forever. And be a friend, an ally, his people, your people, loyally bound in a bond that is lasting.
So, as both sides have spoken, I order the judges to come to the justice decision.
All the shafts in our quiver, they're all of them shot. We need only your votes to make our word law.
You've heard what you've heard, let each heart is lost. Remember the God bond each of you swore.
Beware that in no way you dishonor our band.
If we're dishonored, we'll poison your grass.
Hear the oracles at my command, my oracles, uses, they must come to pass.
Your oracles will never be free of the blood.
From dabbling in blood deeds more than you should.
Do you think you, the Father, was wrong or was not to purge its science but man to shed blood?
Word! But if I don't get the blood right, the dew will come down on this country with all of my force.
What young God or old God cares about you? The king will be mine as a matter of course.
You cheat old she-gods, the face once before.
When you say that meet us from the funeral pyre.
We have to help suppliants, and all the more when he comes at a time when he needed so dire.
You befuddle the ancient she-god with wine. You made the old dispensation mere jest.
And that's all you'll be when the victory's mine. You can spew all your venom, we won't be impressed.
She-gods trample the she-gods of old.
When I hear the verdict, then I decide whether or not this country gets blasted.
It's my duty to come to a final pronouncement. I add my own vote to those for Orestes. I myself was given birth by no mother. I put the male first, although I'm unmarried, and I am the wholehearted child of my father, so I can't count the death of a woman of greater importance than that of her man-lord. If your votes turn out equal, Orestes still wins. Now turn the hands over and reckon the ballots. Those are the judges assigned to this duty.
Oh, Phoebus Apollo, what will it be?
Oh, night owl, dark mother, are you here to see?
Now then, a noose or new day.
Either honor or ruin if he gets away.
Count the pebbles you've taken out of the boat. Make sure there are no mistakes in your tally. The slightest error could lead to disaster. One vote could renew the strength of a blood clan. Charges of murder. The votes on each side turn out to be equal.
Pallas Athena, you give my clan back its lifeblood. You've given me back the fatherland, barred me. Once more Greece can say Orestes of Argos restored his blood rights. By Pallas Athena, by Apollo, and by Zeus, the preserver. Zeus saw my father's death in all its true grimness. Zeus saw clearly that I needed preserving from these terrible grudges who champion my mother. Before I go to my country, I give you this God bond, this land and its people, now and forever. No clan chief of Argos will ever attack you, or I'll come with a ghost if they've broken my God bonds, and mar all their marches, make journeys joyless until they repent their rash expeditions. But so long as they honour this city of Pallas, stay loyal in peace and in war, keep their spear bonds, then I'll come with a ghost more gracious and kindly. Farewell, Athena, and people of Athens. Get a good headlock on whoever you wrestle. Come from all bouts with the victory long.
The Furies are pledging, the Furies are forced with the high he-gods and with the powers beneath the earth's crust. Anyone can see how they work among mortals. One man's light loves as bright as a ballad, another's life is one blinded with tears.
I ban the death and descend too early and cut down a man who's barely reached manhood.
Grant good bed bonds to girls that are graceful. You she-gods of light lot, sisters and she-kin, both be the offspring of one mother.
Nice! You are present in every household. At the family's feast rites, the death and the delivery, at the birth and the death and the bed bond.
You are the most rightfully honored of she-gods.
She-gods, of all gods, willing such good things. How grateful I am that persuasion was guiding my tongue and my lips when they were resistant. The youth of debate and assemblies presided, turning a battle to the debate of our blessing. The rivalry now only vying to bless best.
May faction sedition,
Forever flesh hungry,
civil disturbance, cycles of slain.
Never reign in this city.
Its dark, never gulf,
The blood of its people,
the state gets ripped open by the mages of bloodbath, a chain link of murder.
never linking, be love bonds.
Common lives, common hatreds, a group bond against the troubles men suffer.
Listen, they're learning to bless, groping for goodness. I foresee great future good in these fearful faces. If you show them a kindness they show you, your city is set fair on the straight road of justice.
Farewell!
Farewell. Grow wealthy.
grow great.
Farewell.
Citizens, so close to you.
Favorite of his favorite she-god, only give grace to your new guest strangers,
And you'll never lack any luck in your lifeline. I endorse all you pray for on behalf of my city. And now, by the light of the blazing torch beacon, I'll escort you to your underground chamber, along with those who tend to my godstone, the flowers of Athens, once land of Theseus, the women of Athens, girls, mothers, old women. Come as a glorious group in procession. Great our honored guest strangers, in robes of deep sea red, and lead them with torchlight held up before you, so that these furies, who turned out so kindly, will reside and show love and bless Athens forever.
Go to your homes, children of night, honored with music and torchlight.
Stand and be silent while the kind ones pass.
Go to your home on the ground of primeval, honored by sacrifice and libation. Stand and be silent while the kind ones pass. Brave powers, gracious and kindly, attended by torches, go to your home. Now echo our chorus. Raise your own cry. Peace between the kind ones and us. Youth, fate, my he-god and she-god,
Together, help all this to happen